It's March 13th and I'm leaving school for spring break. I arrive home and see on the news that a new virus called COVID-19 has begun to spread through China and is starting to pop up in other countries. Soon the number of cases of coronavirus skyrocket. At the grocery store, people begin hoarding and fighting each other over necessities. They stand in lines for hours on end just to hoard rolls of toilet paper and water. They fight elderly women and have their children steal the last can of food in another person's shopping cart. I watch in horror as I see what the world has become. I bike around my neighborhood with a mask on to stay safe when I hear a man across the street shout, "Stop bringing coronavirus here." I was devastated. It was a mask my aunt had spent hours sewing for me. I still remember the night when I first put it on. I sat at my cramped, messy desk, staring at the stars through my window while listening to music. I had just gotten home after my family and I had been harassed. A whirlwind of emotions were spinning in my mind. A mixture of anger, despair, and mostly insecurity. I looked to my left and decided to put on the mask. Suddenly, I felt a wave of confidence rush through me. I felt protected, as if I was able to hide behind just a piece of cloth. The mask may have appeared small, but to me, it was infinitely important. I've always felt insecure, whether it was because of the color of my skin or the size of my eyes. The mask helped me hide from who I was. It helped me disguise myself like I was trying to camouflage into the sea of other people. Everywhere I went, someone seemed to be upset about the color of my skin and the shape of my eyes. I walked through the street feeling cold, piercing eyes of judgment staring at me. I pulled my mask up higher, trying to cover up myself. I pulled over my hoodie, trying to cover even more. Soon I'm home and I hide for weeks on end, afraid to leave my house and faced with judgmental stares again. Around the world, Asians are being bullied, and I sit cowering in fear. I long to go outside and play again, to not be judged for the color of my skin or the shape of my eyes. Weeks go by and more die. Racism towards my friends and family has begun. I hear bat eater, Chinese virus, kung flu, and more racist slurs the moment I leave my house. The world is so full of hate and evil that we are oblivious to the good going on. They don't see that other people are advocating for equality and that we are coming together to help others. So full of anger and despair that we don't even realize that everyone matters, even if we look and act different. All throughout my life, I've been harassed because of the color of my skin. I've heard ching chong and small beady eyes. I was afraid to eat Asian food around others because it smelled different. It looked different, just like me. I hated the way I looked and everything about my culture. I wanted to be someone else with a normal skin color and normal sized eyes. I felt scared and alone due to my race. I could never embrace who I was because I was so focused on being someone else. I felt like I had to be the same to matter, that somehow I wasn't normal and that I didn't matter. On May 25th, I watched the news and learned about the death of George Floyd. But in contrast to how I reacted by hiding and running from my problems, the African American community faced it head on. I hid from society while they refused to be bullied into submission and face their challenges. They didn't cower in fear. They stood up and demanded justice. They helped me realize that I didn't need to live in fear. 8 months later, today, I've finally outgrown my mom in height, but the shape of my eyes and the color of my skin hasn't changed. But it's okay because I have learned to take pride in my culture instead of fearing judgment. I no longer need my mask to feel confident, but instead I use it to stay safe. I don't pull down my hoodie down in an attempt to hide from others. When I see judgmental stares, I no longer cower in fear. I simply move on with my day because after 13 years in this world, I am finally confident in who I am. I know that I matter because I am me.